So I'm making this, for Sky. I don't know, he wants to make this Friday Night Freakin' thing, but with me. But I feel a little too awkward just going like, ooh, with like vowels. So, instead, I'm gonna just be talking about stuff. Now I'm not gonna like edit it or anything or like animate over because I want to get it out as fast as possible, and I'll probably delete it afterwards. But yeah, I just thought it was awkward just doing like the vowel sounds. I'm just gonna be talking about something interesting, and then he could pick from there, I guess. I don't know. So, and I might talk about it again in the future, but I feel like we've lost the point of homework. Yes, it is called homework. Work at home. But, like, aside from the rumor that it started because it was like a torture method or something, homework should stay as just practice, all right? Because originally it was just to hone, like the purpose of it was to hone in your skills that you learned already at class. Instead of just full-fledged assignments assigned at home. Because we already go to school for how long? Well, let's see. My school starts at 7:40 and ends at 2:20-something. So that's like, hold on, let me do math. I'm kind of very dumb, so hold on. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm not going to count them individual minutes. Like, it has to be. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. That's like a little around like 8 hours. And then after that, even if the work day wasn't hard, just going to school and having to see all these people and interact with them, for teenagers, it's a lot. And then going home and then having to do more when you just want to relax. And I know American school systems are not as hard as some other, like, country school systems, and I get that. We kind of have it easy because our stupid fucking fat fucking orange little president wants to make the next generation as stupid as possible so they can't think for themselves. Our education is kind of crappy, especially at my small little hillbilly school. And I know people have it a lot harder, but in general, I think homework has become, like, if you ran out of time in class, just do it for class. And I get for, like, smaller assignments, smaller parts of assignments, but if there's a whole, like, rest of the assignment assigned, I just said it a bunch of times, for homework, that's, like, dumb. At that point, just resume it the next class period that you have that teacher. Because, like, I don't do much outside of school. I'm kind of a lazy ass, all right? I'm in 2 clubs, but they don't meet every single week. They will, one of them will soon. I don't do any sports. I don't have a job yet. But for the kids that do, for the kids that want to be good at sports, but also want to maintain academics, because it's required for you to join sports to be academically standing well. There's kids that are in human rights club, debate and drama and all that stuff. But, all that stuff that some people are very dedicated to, and having to do homework instead of focusing on what they have to do for that is kind of like in the way. Like, I'm supposed to be remembering my lines right now, but I can't. Also because I procrastinate a lot, and that's my personal problem, and I can't focus. But if you took that away, whatever. Kids with jobs. Some of them can't always work on the weekend. They'll have weekdays to work. And if they have homework, how are they going to balance that out? How can they make an excuse and say, well, I had to work my job. I don't know about that. And then there's ones that have, like, family life that they have to deal with. Maybe their dynamic is that they have to look after the younger siblings. Or maybe they have an elderly person that they have to take care of. Or they have to do chores. Because some of them have a lot of chores. I don't, because, I'm a lazy bum. But some of them do. And I think that if homework is like a full-fledged assignment, how are they going to get that done? Even if they work hard. Like, what if they want to get good sleep and they end up staying till 12 trying to work on it? You know, like I get a few assignments that are just homework based, that you rarely have time in class to work on. Why did I say it so weird? That you rarely have time in class to work on. Like at that point, just either remove the assignment, because, you know, this kind of assignment is like a chapter review thing, but we're already learning about the chapter. It's like a chapter review before we even start the chapter. But we're already learning about the chapter. We're already reading media and first-hand sources related to the chapter in history. So why the ever-loving fuck do we need a whole assignment for that? And turns out, from other kids, I don't even need to work that hard on it. I thought I had to, but I guess not. It's just, I don't know. My tangent is, we lost the point of homework. We already go to school for 8 hours. Maybe more or less, with varying degrees of hardness for different people all around the world, alright? And we want to come home, we want to relax, because maybe we have a sport, maybe we have a club, maybe we have a job, maybe we have chores, and maybe you're just lazy, or maybe you're just fucking depressed. Maybe you're so mentally ill that school tires you out, and home is the only safe space. I'm not projecting, I'm just saying there's some kids out there that have it like that, alright? And I'm trying to advocate for them. And I think that homework is stupid. It should be It should be optional, you know. Let's say you have math and you understand that lesson almost perfectly. You understand that lesson, and you get the idea, and you could do it without having to look at any notes. Why should you have to spend your time on homework for something that you are already ready to test for? And you know, there's some kids that think they are ready, and they're not. There's some kids that think they aren't ready, and they are. But the homework should be optional, and if they do it, maybe they'll get some kind of extra credit. And you know, sometimes, if they don't do it, and they get a bad grade, it's on them, because we're high school students now. We can make those decisions. We're old enough to say, hey, I don't understand this certain concept. And, you know, I wish I had a little more time to grasp it. So I'm going to do the homework. You know? But there's stuff in math class that's so easy that I don't have to do homework for it. I don't. And sometimes there's those fucking teachers, I don't have them, but I've heard from other kids that make you do a whole bunch of all that stuff, and then grade it on completion. They don't even look what's inside. Crazy, huh? Alright? I'm not the best student, alright? I have good grades. They're dipping into the late 80s, which is unusual for me, but whatever, fuck it. I have so much apathy this year that I honestly don't care. You know, but I'm not the most hardworking student. In fact, I'm very lazy and incompetent, if you ask me. And I don't have much to do after school besides those 2 clubs. And right now, my Halloween costume that I'm very dedicated to making. So, you know, I'm not the best target of this homework stuff. I think also I have, like, some kind of undiagnosed ADHD or autism like that. I don't know. That's what my friend said. You know, my parents deny it, so I don't know who to believe. But something up there ain't right, okay? And that's hampering my ability to work. But, you know, even besides that, I'm not the best one to talk. But I know there are kids out there that work hard to keep their grades high, but they have other shit going on, and it's probably hard to maintain. So, you know, I just think that homework has lost its point, and it should stay optional with an extra credit bonus and not take place of actual assignments. Or maybe, you know what you could do? Extend the school day. Not extend the school day. Extend the periods. Maybe you have one day with all these classes and another day with different classes instead of fitting all of them in one day for 45 minutes. That's how long my periods are. 45 to 42 minutes. Lab days, an hour, because they're extra college credits. Why don't you just extend the periods and make a separate day with all of those? That works better than just doing whatever you're doing now and then assigning homework. So that's my, you know, alright? Hopefully Sky can take anything out of this. If not, okay, I'll make another one if I find time. So, yeah.